Good morning, SKN. I'm Andre Cunningham.
And I am Cortensia Carty, and happy OECS Colors Day here not only in St. Kitts, but for all the protocol and associate members around the Caribbean. I hope we are all decked out in our colors today
What
to
color
represent.
are you displaying?
Plenty.
Tell us.
I have magenta, I have white, I have the turquoise blue like St. Lucia, I have black, I have the royal blue like Barbados. Yeah, never a dull moment with me and all these colors this morning.
Well,
representing.
I'm all royal blue this morning.
Look at him, being royal, being royal.
Indeed.
So, how are you doing today? Ready for this Friday show?
Friday, looking forward.
Okay, well, let's make it a yay day.
Fun packed show this morning.
Okay. For those of you joining us on TVC channel 40, that's cable TV, Tel TV St. Martin, and those of you streaming via YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, welcome as we begin this morning with our local news. This comes from a press release via the Prime Minister's office. St. Kitts and Nevis has taken a decision to join with fellow Caribbean countries to observe July 4th as a national holiday to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM. One of the decisions emanating from the 44th regular meeting of the CARICOM heads of government in the Bahamas in February of this year was the declaration of July 4th, 2023, a national holiday in all member states. The community will celebrate its Golden Jubilee under the theme 50 years strong, a solid foundation to build on. An official message from the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, will be broadcasted on CARICOM Day, July 4th, 2023, via traditional and social media platforms to shed light to the myriad of accomplishments of our flagship regional integration organization. All citizens and residents of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis are invited to reflect on the legacy of CARICOM and its contribution to national and regional development.
50 years.
50 years and a holiday. So congratulations, CARICOM. Always deserve a holiday.
Of course.
Indeed.
And still on the local scene, this one comes to us from SKN Vibes. New chairperson of the Nevis division of the St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Mr. Denrick Liebert, says the chamber is continuing its thrust to increase membership and deliver on its advocacy mandate for the small business sector on the island. Mr. Liebert, Chief Credit Officer of the Bank of Nevis Limited, outlined some of the benefits of being a member of the CIC. He said, and quote, "Becoming a member of the Chamber provides businesses with various benefits in the form of networking, business referrals, and other benefits. More importantly, it allows businesses to be part of a greater voice which determines the trajectory of the Federation." End quote. Other benefits include skills training, assistance with financial planning, business development, and marketing, as well as help accessing financial grants. The chairman said the chamber will be reaching out to micro, small, and medium-sized businesses across Nevis as it seeks to increase membership and cultivate a vibrant private sector.
Great, isn't it?
Of course, you know how a private sector is important to the development of a country, just as the public sector is. So, way to go.
Everybody has a part, a puzzle piece in the puzzle.
Indeed.
Our preceding story comes from SKNIS. The Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, spent quality time with the children of the Louisa Grant Preschool in Connery Village by reading to them on June 14th. Prime Minister Dr. Drew's storytelling session with the students was designed to help engrave the love of reading in their young minds and encourage them to read. The Prime Minister read from the family-oriented book So Much by Trish Cook. Speaking with the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Services, the SKNIS afterwards, the Honorable Prime Minister said these types of activities that give him the opportunity to personally interact with the nation's youth are always precious to him. He added, and quote, "This is a preschool that I have been supporting for a decade now, and it is always a great pleasure coming back and interacting with Teacher Paulette and her staff and all of the children. Today, I had the opportunity to read with them and interact with them, which was quite refreshing and a break from the normal routine of running an office and goods. Aww. Aww. Too cute.
So cute.
And I like that the Prime Minister actually enjoyed that.
Indeed.
A break away from the office.
He deserves it.
Yeah, mental reset.
Surely deserves. Have you met him in person?
That was my teacher, and he was on the show already, yeah. So I knew him before he was famous. Even before he was a doctor, he was my homeroom teacher and my math teacher.
Wow, there you go. Yeah. So humble.
Indeed,
Love
yes.
our PM.
Yes.
And here's what's happening our local weather report. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 87 and a low of 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a look at your local weather report. Regional and international news are next.
I'm going to say this is Infamous Music representing for Good Morning SKN, and I want to encourage you to watch the show every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Easy no man. Say me don't know about you, but me love Good Morning SKN bed. Easy.
No cash, no car, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
no cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN, and thank you for staying with us. It's now time for regional news. This one comes to us from our friends at Loop Caribbean. Two Caribbean icons have been memorialized as wax figures by the Caribbean Wax Museum. The likeness of Trinidad and Tobago's Miss Universe 1998 Wendy Fitzwilliams and Calypso legend Dr. Horace Chalkdus Liverpool were unveiled to the public at the National Library Service, Fairchild Street, Bridgetown on May 27. Chalkdus was unable to attend the event due to illness. However, he was represented by the manager Ainsley Lukey, who tearfully said that the famed historian was attending in spirit because he wore Chalky's shoes for the momentous occasion. Lukey remarked, and quote, "I don't want to dim this evening with unfavorable news, but Chalkdus is not a well man, and as much as he would have liked to be here tonight, he cannot walk. He is rallying and he is talking about competing in 2024. He is writing for 2024, and he would like vicariously to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight, sharing his glory as well as the Queen's, Wendy Fitzwilliams' glory." End quote.
Oh, that is so cute. Oh, wow.
So nice.
So Trinidad has their own Max Museum like the Madame Tussauds. Wow.
And as I said, we always say here on Good Morning SAN, give them their flowers while they are alive. So
indeed.
happy to see that.
Yes, indeed. On the international scene, our news comes from the Good News Network. A professional Italian fisherman reeled a 9-foot catfish out of the river that just last year was suffering so badly from Europe's heat wave that in some places it dried out almost completely. As long as a U-Haul truck, he released the fish in order to allow such a specimen to continue influencing the ecosystem. The true river monster was a giant Wells catfish, and Alessandro Biancardi was alone when he had the first inklings that whatever it was that had tugged on his line on May 25th was not going to come quietly. What was just another normal day on the Po River quickly turned into a battle as Barricades struggled against the fish whilst negotiating sunken hazards and strong currents. He writes on the website of his fasting team Madcat, and quote, "The fear of losing it almost sent me into a panic. I was alone facing the biggest catfish I had ever seen in 23 years. Exhausted, he eventually took the beast to the shallow water where he was able to land it. It was at that point he became so preoccupied with the fish that he forgot to moor his boat, which drifted away with all his belongings." I'm sure he got the boat back, but that's a big one though.
I mean, I like that term, the beast. Would you eat that?
No.
Oh, I thought it was me alone.
No, no catfish for me.
I want no parts of that.
Well, folks, there you have it for local, regional, and international news. We have so much in store for you on our Friday show. Stay tuned. Go tell your friends to check us out on TVC Channel 40. We are streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and we are also showing on Tel TV St. Martin. So see you when we come back from this break.
Hello and welcome to your favorite day of the week, Friday. It's Infused Friday, and you've guessed right, we have another marvelous infused water recipe for you today. Strawberry, lemon and green tea infused water. So let me introduce you to the benefits one can expect from this selection. Strawberries. These potent little packages protect your heart, increases HDL, which is good cholesterol, lower blood pressure and guard against cancer. Packed with vitamins, fiber and particularly high levels of antioxidants known as polyphenols. Strawberries are a sodium-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free and low-calorie food. The bottom line is lemons contain a high amount of vitamin C, soluble fibre and plant compounds that give them a number of health benefits. Lemons may aid weight loss and reduce your risk of heart disease, anemia, kidney stones, digestive issues and cancer. And finally, green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds. These compounds can improve brain function, increase fat burning. The antioxidants may lower the risk of some cancers, contribute to the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and assist in the prevention of cardiovascular disease, also in the protection of the brain from aging and reduce bad breath. Amazing benefits. Let's get infusing. Here are the ingredients. 1 bag of green tea, 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1 lemon halved, juiced and half sliced, a handful of strawberries halved, and ice cubes for serving. Directions. Place tea bag in a cup of hot water, let it steep for 5 minutes, then remove, and let it cool before pouring into a jug or pitcher. Add the remaining ingredients and let it infuse for 30 minutes before serving into a large glass filled with ice. So delightful. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Good morning and Happy New Year. My name is Kelaine Gale, your newly crowned Miss National Carnival Summer Queen. Be sure to tune in to Good Morning SKN from 8 a.m. to 10 at Studio 327.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Greetings everyone, my name is Winiel Pereira. I am the founder of Pure Niceness by Winiel, which is an all-natural, luxurious self-care line of skin and hair care. Tune in to Good Morning SKN on Studio 327. Imagine the impossible.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Hi everybody, my name is Erica Edwards. I am a singer-songwriter and I want you guys to tune into Studio 327 Good Morning SKN.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Although we spend a big chunk of our lives in school, many of us still leave feeling as though our educational institution missed some life skills and lessons that should have taught. That's what we'll be discussing in this segment. Things people wish they learned in school.
Yes.
What do you think they missed out in school when you were there?
They missed out teaching us how to manage money properly, how to invest. They missed out speaking to the young women about diseases that they may face in life, including fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, etc., etc. They needed to teach us about customer service. What else I think they needed to teach us about? Buying a home, how to buy a home. Have the banking institution come in and talk to us about saving money for our future. Whilst we were getting an allowance, we could have had a truckload of money when we were done with school, because we had a lot.
I think just as how they had the maths, the English, the science, social studies, whatever, I think there should be a subject called entrepreneur. Yes, they should teach entrepreneurship in school. I think not everyone is going to want to be that doctor, the teacher, and stuff. Person. I mean, I took that route. I got a good education, but I can tell you there are persons out there who wasted time in school.
Seriously.
Didn't leave with any subjects, didn't make it to college or whatever, and they're doing better off than I am financially.
Listen.
Trust me. So I think and they're entrepreneurs doing their own thing. So I think entrep should be a subject
taught in school.
Secondary
I really think so. And I mean, we should have, I don't know, there should have been more careful attention placed on the subjects that we chose, and just not us choosing the subjects based on appearance. You're gonna be walking around with a big textbook, etc., etc. But once we started the class and the teachers noticed progression or digression, they should have said, nah, this is not for you, and we should have been offered to be placed in the next class. And you said something, so rightfully, not all of us are academically inclined. So for those teachers that would have noticed, okay, this child is good with it, and just guide the child
in a direction that suits them best. I mean, I agree.
Teachers, you did a great job, but I'm just saying, as Andre said, the maths and the science but we needed life skills that we weren't taught. Imagine now you're coming out and you have to go through all of these processes to learn how to buy a home, to learn how to acquire a car, to figure out what career you want to do. And I think we should have had more career days where the individual careers that were around at the time, persons could have come in and speak on what is it you need to get here and what is. I think that should happen from first form. So you would know, or maybe grade 6. So as you get to high school, you know what subjects to choose.
Many of us don't even know the first thing to acquiring a home.
Exactly.
And when we do, we have regrets.
Boy, depending, because if the person we're acquiring it from or the institution that we're borrowing from isn't forthwith with certain information, then we are flat on our faces.
Indeed.
So let's see what the prompt says.
Let's dive into it. Managing personal finances, indeed.
What did I say?
Listen, I've been in situations where I told folks, listen, hold on to that money for me, because if you give it to me, I'm gonna use it to something that is.
What if they use your money? You never told me that part?
At least I know I have something over there hanging over their head. You owe me. Yes.
You owe me to be paid when though, Dre?
As long as they choose, just know you owe me. And as long as they agree, they owe me.
Look at you being careless with your money.
Well,
yeah.
I know me very careless with money. So
no, but we needed to be taught how to plan a budget, how to stick to the budget.
Yes.
How to manage our monies, what dividends investment pay, why does it pay to invest. And I hope that these are things, well, I can see that these are things that the younger generation or the younger children are learning now, because our former Miss St. Kitts, Miss Nakira Nichols, that was her platform, financial literacy, and she was in collaboration with the central bank, and she was going down to the preschool level even to speak to the children about money. So that's good that they're getting it from there, because these little children have more money than we adults.
I agree. I certainly agree.
So teachers, if you're listening, you can include that in your curriculum, teaching your kids about managing their money. It's never too late. Even though it's at college level, if you can help them out, please do.
Money management.
Yeah.
Definitely something we all missed out on.
Yeah. We had to learn the hard way.
I know. Cleaning and household organization. Well, for me personally, I did home economic management, so this came in handy for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because once you did a certain subject, you are correct, that particular subject, it worked out. But I still think everybody should be taught. These should be mandatory subjects, even to cook.
Even to cook. Yes.
Everybody should be taught in school to cook one general dish.
I agree.
Yeah, or at least learn how to boil the water, how long the rice is to be cooked for, you know.
The basics,
because it's not everybody's going to choose home economics. So it should be a mandatory class so that, you know, our generations can be better equipped. Exactly.
We all have to eat.
Can't eat bread every day. Come on, y'all.
You'd be surprised.
But yeah, I wish that was something that was taught.
Yes.
Yeah.
How to get along with family.
Did we need more counseling in school?
Didn't they teach us the basis of a family in school?
Yeah, but I think we needed more counseling in school. I think so. Because not only how to get along, how to prepare for a family, what to expect when you have a family. And this is what I said. We had experts around long time. They could have gotten somebody, because the family life only taught you so much.
Right.
But I think one family life class we had to take care of a doll. I think so.
Family life was a subject?
Undocumented subject per se. You were just learning about your bodies, the family, etc., etc. Yeah. And I think we had to share. We were paired up as couples, guys and gals, and we had to share the taking care of the baby. I don't even remember how that turned out.
Did yours survive?
I don't know. I can't remember. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. I can't remember.
The family is important though, and I mean, while growing up, you know to respect your family, but as you change, as you get older, then I mean, you start to have discussions with your parents that's not so comfortable.
Yeah.
And so I think they should teach us more as we grow older, in school rather, how to you know,
deal with situations
when we get old, especially when it comes to family.
But not even
sometimes we're not being disrespectful, but we're at that stage where we're not going to be listening, we're going to have an opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think they should have taught us in school, like, okay,
how to respectfully respond.
Yes.
Okay. And that's why I said I think we needed more counseling whilst we were in school.
I agree.
Yeah. But how to get along with family, I never know somebody wanted that to be taught in high school.
I know. You'd be surprised.
To each his own. To each his own. Negotiation skills. Yeah.
How to negotiate.
And we just spoke about that. Negotiating with our families, negotiating with the banks, negotiating in business for those of us that are entrepreneurs.
To get the best deals.
To get the best outcome of the situation.
But I think we're all negotiators in our own right.
Yeah, but do we negotiate correctly?
When it comes to money, I assume.
You would think. I will speak for me. Do I negotiate a lot? I don't
Listen,
know.
if I go into a store, let's say I go down to course, even when I see the price, quote unquote, me I ball it down.
And do you get your reduction?
Of course.
The only
work
place
out
I
a thing or two.
The only place I know you can go and like cry down a price and get it. You think you're getting it cheaper, but you actually not. You're paying the price for it anyway.
In the market?
No.
Where?
Who? No, the Indian stores. I find
listen,
you can, but no, I think it's a trick, y'all.
The Indians, they all work together.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been in stores right here in SK, and let me tell you, you go to this Indian store and you tell them a price and say, oh, I went down so and so, and they give me it for X, and they make a phone call and they do what they have to do, and they'll agree for that price.
Yeah, and they're not losing anything.
They're all
Trust me, they're not losing. Yeah,
they all work together.
They're not losing anything. So you feel like, oh, I'm getting a big deal. You're paying the correct price.
I agree.
You just managed to negotiate to get the correct price for it. Yeah.
Can't outsmart us.
No, we're smart. That's when everybody say free Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is not free. You're paying for that.
Someone is paying for it, just not you.
Exactly. So if you go and you sneak somebody,
yes,
nothing in life is free. Buy one get one free. No, you paid for both of those things.
I agree.
Yeah. It don't work. It doesn't work. Oh wow. So we wish we had better taught to negotiate. Caring for animals. Yes. That's not so bad for persons that have dogs and have the dogs overgrown, especially the cute dogs. Man,
I would assume the basics of when it comes to caring, we would care for animals.
You mean that on our own?
Yes.
Without being taught. But maybe it's something for those persons who wish that was taught in school, because you have a dog. What do you do with the dog from birth? Well, from the time the dog is presented to you until it's ready to depart. How do you treat it? What's
treat
best
it just
for it?
like a human being. Yes, treat it just like a human being. I can put myself in this position. A friend of mine was traveling the other day, and they left the pet in my care. And let me tell you something.
What kind of pet was it, dog?
It was a cat.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's not any cat, you know. This cat is so smart. She know where to left her litter. She know where to pick up. You know, she was just a smart
It's like
cat.
a shoe pet?
Yes,
Ooh.
and she know exactly where to go. She know when it's bedtime. She was a smart cat.
She's trained.
Very much trained. And she would call and check up like every 2-3 hours. I'm like, girl, you don't need to call me.
She's making sure cat is alive.
What do you think I would do to the cat?
Overfeed it.
I would have. You're right. You're right. She have an enlarged stomach when she returned. She was like, Andre, how the cat big so?
See, I just know Andre overfed the poor.
I feed it because
cat.
I mean, the more you feed it, the more
lazy it becomes.
Not only lazy, love me more, loved on me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she would feed it twice per day. I
give
feed
the
it
cat cholesterol.
every other hour.
Oh my God! Don't give up.
The cat becomes so attached.
The cat has cholesterol now.
As soon as she returned, as soon as she returned to St. Kitts, she was like, Andre, how the cat big so? I'm like, the cat loves me, like.
Ma'am, if you want your cat to not have no cat NCDs, don't leave your cat.
Listen, the cat was doing belly dancing. Yes. Belly dancing when she returned. I thought I was doing something good. Just feed it as it meows. That's the sound it makes. Meows. The cat meows. I know it's hungry.
You think it's hungry? So you're treating it like a baby. Y'all, Andre needs to be taught this in school. I see why it's important, Andre. You can't overfeed the animals. You cannot overfeed the animals. Oh my gosh. So what else did we wish we were taught in school? I wish we were taught how to form relationships. Yes.
From in schools?
Yes.
Well, what type of relationship?
Friendships.
Friendship?
And other relationships. Maybe that's why I said we need extra counseling, because had most persons known, when you go into a relationship, you come whole, as I said the other day, I come whole. You think most people would come depending on the other to make them happy or to make them smile or to do this or to do that? Come on. We would have been better equipped.
So it's 50-50.
It's 50-50.
You think?
I think so. What do you think? Your opinion?
I believe you get it married, quote unquote, for better or for worse. Nobody get married for worse.
You might think.
I don't even know why they even put that in.
Does it have to be in there?
It needs to.
You
cut
heard what
out.
Miss Kane said yesterday? That was that woman's worse, and you see how she was treated
That's true.
by
But
the person that stood up and say for better or for worse. That's how they treated her in her worst season.
My opinion, they need to change it.
And
When
say
you're
what?
renewing your vows, you get married for better and for better, for richer and for richer. I don't know, put better and for
So
worse.
what if you don't have any money and you become poorer?
Then you marry somebody who is more.
Jesus.
Yes, let's go there this morning.
Andre will never be a counselor because that's just wrong. I think though, honestly, you speak about redoing the vows. I think now we should put in I will get married until, because not forever not working anymore.
It's not.
Only the fairness of it, because we're making the vows a mock. So
I agree.
yeah, that's just how I feel. My personal opinion.
Yours indeed. Well, that's all we have this morning. I hope.
You know, one more thing I wish they would have taught us, y'all.
Tell us.
And let me know in the comments. Proper nutrition to prevent NCDs.
But we learned that in food and nutrition class.
Not everybody did food and nutrition, so that should have been a next.
What about
mandatory?
science? We learned that in science as well.
Depends. Primary school, because a lot of us didn't pick agri, integrated, or any other
Agriculture,
science.
science, food and nutrition. But some of the topics were out. So
Biology needs to be mandatory. Food and nutrition needs to be mandatory. How to care for yourself, your pets need to be mandatory. Finances need to be mandatory.
And put 2 more subjects on the book: life coping skills and entrepreneurship.
Okay, so you see several subjects that need to be mandatory along with the other subjects, because we see we have smart brains and they're doing well these days. With that said, let us know what you thought about the discussion in the comments, and stay tuned. Much more on our Friday show. Stay tuned.
Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the 2 compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one, keep fit and maintain blood pressure, and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat and reduces acne? Papayas contain high levels of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C and vitamin E. Diets high in antioxidants may reduce the risk of heart disease. The antioxidants prevent the oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it's more likely to create blockages that lead to heart disease. And finally, pineapple, rich in vitamin C and manganese, which promotes healthy bones. Pineapple is packed with disease-fighting antioxidants. Thanks to the antioxidants, pineapple has cancer-fighting properties. In addition, pineapples can aid digestion and assist in weight loss. Now for the ingredients. You need 1/4 cup of papaya, 1 cup of mango, 1/4 cup of pineapple, 1/2 cup of ice and 12 ounces of cold water. Directions: wash fruits well, chop and slice ingredients and add to a large jar or jug of iced water. Stir and serve in tall glasses. Refreshing. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Yo, you know it's me, Mr. H.E. Yo, make sure you tune in to Good Morning SKN, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Studio 327. Yo, trust me, the baddest show in the morning. Make sure you check it out. Wake up. Make sure that you are there from 8 to 10, Monday to Friday. Boom, check it.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. One of our very first guest feature in Good Morning SKN was Bijan Phillips, one of the co-founders of We Care Home Care. Almost 2 years later, we have the absolute pleasure of speaking with the other co-founder, Shamara Phillips. Shamara joins us to enlighten us on how this business has expanded over the years and the upcoming launch of its newest branch, We Care for Youth. Good morning, Shamara, and it's our pleasure to welcome you to Good Morning.
Hi, good morning. It's indeed a pleasure to be here with you this morning.
Happy you could join us this morning.
Indeed. So tell us about the importance of caring at every stage in life.
Well, let me first just go through how we started and where we're at now, and then you'll see the importance as we go along. So initially we started with We Care Home Care Services, caring for the elderly, providing personal care, companionship, etc. And then we realized it was a need not only for the elderly, for persons who are recovering from injuries, different illnesses such as stroke, and so we have We Care Fit. And then we have We Care Childcare Services, which caters to the children, and especially now as a first-time mom, caters to first-time moms, even if you're not first time, but after the 3 months maternity. Are you not feeling quite confident to leave your children in the nursery? You can always contact us to get someone to come and care for your child, your baby at home while you're at work. And of course, that really gives the assurance. So we're here to support you in every aspect. And then now we have We Care Comfort. And this is after death where you need the support. So someone supporting you to assist with funeral arrangements, also pre-need, at-need, will writing, etc. And now introducing our new baby, We Care for Youth. We are extremely excited. So as you see, it's very important for us to provide that care at every aspect, from baby to the youth, to the adult, if you have accidents, different illnesses we encounter, the young people, and even the elderly, and even after that period. So as you can see, it's very important that we provide the care at every stage in life. We are here to provide that support.
I like that. You certainly answered that question.
I know. Shamara, the tagline, be a part of the light.
Yes.
Expound on it a little bit.
Yes. So for We Care for Youth, and I must not take any credit, as this was my husband's initiative. So I'm just here to support him and to at least do my best. Hopefully after this interview, I will get a good job. You've done well. So it's his initiative, the new baby under the umbrella of the We Care Group. It's actually, we are like the bridge, the gap. We are here to mold, we're here to empower the youth of the Federation by providing avenues to make them to have a bright future, and we were encouraging persons to be part of that light.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. And speaking of, you said your husband.
Yes.
That's your camera right there. Give him his shout out right there.
Bijan, thank you so much for your support over the years. It's been over 3 years, and thank you.
Awesome.
So you said the branch of the We Care Youth has been launched already?
Yes. Okay. Just this week.
Okay, and let's talk about the mission.
Yes. So our mission, basically, I want to have a picture in your mind of like a job fair, and you're the candidate, and you have different stalls with these different businesses, and you're like going, put your best foot forward, learning more about the company, and then hopefully applying. That's the same thing. We're gonna have the same layout, the same function.
She heard us in the last segment.
I think so.
I was listening.
We're talking about things we wish we were taught in school.
So have that in mind. We're gonna have different community groups, different community organizations. Parents can bring their children and see what's out there, what's available. As I mentioned, as a new mom, we start thinking, well, we're gonna get the girls involved in. They're only one. But these are things.
You said girls, you have twins?
Twins, yes.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Good, nice.
So having this thought, and every branch in the We Care Group came from conversations like this. So what we're going to have them be involved in, dance, music, learning instruments. And so we thought about this. Why not have a venue, an event where parents can come out with their children, because they have an idea what they want to get their children involved in. Some children already have different skills and want to hone those skills. So the mass event, the 30th of June, We're going to have different community groups. It's free. You come on out. Different groups, you learn more about different groups, see what things has to offer. I know we hear about the swimming, but we don't know who to actually contact. They will be there. The cadets will be there. Girl guides. I mean, I've always wanted to be a part of the Girl Guides. Wanted to, something that has never happened. It's not too late. It's not too late. So, I mean, as I said, Girl Guides. We have Taekwondo just join us on board as well. We have art, music. We have painting. So it gives really the opportunity of the public, the parents, the youth to come on out and see what things has to offer. Our different groups. They're there, but we don't know exactly what's there. We hear from that person, oh, this swimming person, that person teaches this, but at least you have now that venue, that area where you can now come on out and see what's available. Get that information, sign up on the spot. It's totally up to you.
I like that you're giving the parents a chance to decide, and still the kids, as you said, that would have already known what is it they want to do. Because I think if we were taught life skills when we were younger, I think we would have been in a better position.
I believe so.
Because we have to learn, we have to go through the test and then learn the lesson now as adults. But I wish we were taught the lesson, so when the test came, we were better equipped to deal with it. So I'm happy that you're
and that's why we're here to support the youth at this time. We supported the elderly, we supporting the children, now we're to support the youth, giving them an opportunity to see what's out there, to get them involved, especially at a time as this, where I think it's very important, even at a young age, you know, to get involved in these extracurricular activities, you know, to, as I said, to build those skills, you know, as I said, be a part of the lights.
You mentioned it being on June the 30th. Where is it going to be and what's the starting time?
So, yes, fingers crossed. We are going through the process of getting the square to be the location. Okay, nice. Yes, it'll be right after the Child Month's match. So we have a lot of parents of children around.
Smart move.
Yes, so we'll be there in the square at 12 p.m. until 5:30. Okay. So even if you're working and you finish at 4, you can come on down to the square. Yes. Fingers crossed, and we'll keep the public updated with the venue as well. But we'll be there. We'll be there, come on out, get information, more information on what's available, the community groups that are available out there, out in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Any plan to do, sorry, Andre, but any plan to do a career fair for the youth soon? Thinking about
we're thinking about it. I said it's fairly new. It's very new.
Okay.
But yes. I must say, based on our track record, I'm sure we'll have something like that.
Indeed. Well, Shamara, there were some videos created to promote the launch. Let's take a look at those videos.
No cash, no car, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Because we care.
We care.
We care. Because we care. Because we care.
We care.
We care. Because we care.
Because we care.
Because we care.
We care.
We care.
Because we care.
Because we care.
We care. We care. Because we care.
Because we care.
Because we care.
We care.
We care.
Because we care.
Because we care.
We care. We care. Because we care.
Because we care.
What's the one thing you wish for our nation's youth?
Hope. Compassion.
Thrive.
Focus.
Confidence.
Opportunities.
Positivity.
Fortitude. Because we care.
We care.
We care.
Because we care.
Because we care.
We care. We care. Because we care.
Because we care.
Why did you choose those caliber of persons to be in your advert? Because I'm looking at them and they're from all spectrums in society. So how did you manage to get them on board?
So influential, who I would say popular as well.
Right.
So that was the idea behind choosing these individuals. And we are planning to have a part 2, so we have more persons who are interested in sharing with us what they wish for the nation's youth. So I must say the support has been awesome.
Good stuff.
Even reaching out to the different community groups, the support has been really good. So I must say thank you to different groups who are coming on board. Even now, after hearing me speaking about We Care for Youth, I've been getting some calls of persons interested in being a part. And I must plug here as well before I forget. It gives an opportunity for the new community groups as well, who are looking to grow their membership, who are looking for persons to know more about them, to even come on out on the day. So you can contact me, and then we can arrange for you to be there as well, so people can know more about you, what you have to offer to us here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Well, Cortensi, I don't know about you, but Shamara made my job so easy this morning. All my questions from her, she just answered them.
She breezed through
just like that.
Shamara, during the break, we were speaking about community groups who are not known or are not registered. How important it is for them to be registered in order to be recognized?
Yes. So what we realized really was when we tried to get a list of the groups that are available, some persons wouldn't have been registered. So the Ministry of Youth has a platform where you can sign up. All right. And so I'm encouraging all community groups to get signed up on this platform so that you'll be known. So if any questions are being asked towards the Ministry of Youth, is there a swimming group? At least you can say, hey, this so-and-so person has this group. So please sign up so you can be known to the public as well.
And speaking of signed up, what's the contact information for the We Care group?
Yes, so it's wecare.homecare@outlook.com.
And
do we have a telephone number?
Yes, you can message via WhatsApp to 869-662-6403.
Okay, what about pages?
Social media pages.
Yes, we're on Facebook as well.
It's only Facebook. Only Facebook for now.
Yes, only Facebook for now. WhatsApp, we use WhatsApp a lot, so we just send our videos, our ads via Facebook as well as WhatsApp.
We had a young lady from, I think it's the Department of Education, Miss Francis. She spoke about accreditation.
Yes.
The community groups that sign up, when they do sign up, would they be accredited? So let's say the kids go to a swimming academy. That swimming academy has to be accredited to offer a certificate that the child maybe can take anywhere. Are you aware of that?
That's a very good question. I'm not privy to that kind of information. I would say the best persons to reach out to is the Ministry of Youth, and they would advise individuals of the different groups, even those who are interested, and see who are accredited and so forth.
Okay, so you work closely with the Ministry of Youth to ensure.
With this venture we did, and what I did not mention is that We Care for Youth is a charity of the We Care group. We decided that it would be a charity. I must say one of our main successes in the We Care group is giving back. It feels really good in giving back, even to the elderly, to the children. So we're like, you know what? Let's make it a charity. So it's now a charity. Yes, it's a charity of the We Care group.
So adding to the list of groups, so you have We Care Home Care.
Yes.
We Care Child Care.
Yes.
We Care Comfort.
We Care
Fit.
Yes.
And the newly one, We Care
for Youth. Yes.
We Care Fit. Let's talk about that. That's us going to the gym and getting in shape, or that's just nursing us back to health?
Remember, everything that we do, we come to you.
Okay.
In the comfort of your own home. So if you're home, my dear, and you've broken your ankle, God forbid, I need someone to just take care of you during that healing process. We're there to support you. Okay. As I mentioned, illnesses such as stroke, some persons lose mobility in different limbs, and so we offer physiotherapy during that period to, as I said, nurse it back to good health. So it's our purpose is to come to you, support you in the comfort of your own space. So that's what we do.
I like that.
We spoke about, as Andre said, we should have had a class on entrepreneurship.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges? You don't have to share all. Let you pick the easy ones. Yes. And what are some of the highs? So some of the lows and some of the highs of being an entrepreneur. And did you wish as well that you were taught this in school if you weren't?
No, I don't remember being taught this in school, honestly. The highs, as I mentioned, being able to give back. That's a big high for us. Even in our first year of coming on board, and it was during COVID, right? 2020. That's when we started.
And you survived during COVID.
We survived during COVID.
That's good.
When we first started, I was at the computer ready to press send to Facebook and WhatsApp. And my husband was like, just press send. I said, I'm a bit nervous. And he just came across and pressed send. I was like, oh, it's out there now. Yeah. So the nerves was there. The highs, I said, is giving back. So we gave back not only in St. Kitts, we also remember Nevis. We have a really close relationship with the government in Nevis as well, giving back to the homes there in Nevis. Even here in St. Kitts, as I said, last Christmas, we gave back to the children who might not have been able to get a Christmas gift. So we partnered with Caribbean and Schools Apex to ensure that was possible. So for me, one of the highs and major highs is giving back. And even now, where parents are interested in coming out to the event to get their children involved in something positive, that's a high for me. That's success for me there. The low, of course, it gets lonely. Meaning, we have to support each other, my husband and I. And I supposed to thank him greatly for the support over the 3.5 years. Support, you need the support. And sometimes I think I've seen it somewhere in a quote, the strangers are the ones who support you. Yeah. The strangers. Yes. I saw it
on YouTube the other day. They said
I saw it somewhere recently
that you don't know is who's going to give you the most likes and have the most comments.
Yes.
The person that
they're the ones who are 100% behind of you. So you have to have courage. You have to be disciplined in entrepreneurship, having your business and a successful business. Because the goal is not to just start today and finish next week.
Yes.
It's to be long term. Yeah. You know, having week here, our goal is not to have just week here in St. Kitts, without the Caribbean. Nice. And I believe it's possible. Nice. We believe it is possible, and that's our goal. Yes, it's big, but I'm sure there's a quote which says if it doesn't scare you, it's not that big.
Exactly.
So it's big, and we're working towards it. So the laws would be, the support, the commitment you have to put in. When you're tired, you have to put in the extra work. But at the end of the day, the success, always that. And you'll be able to give back continuously. And I'm just grateful. For open doors. Yes.
Indeed, Shamara. And as we wrap, Shamara, can you just share the reminder of details of the upcoming Mass Club sign up?
So the 30th of June, we have the Mass event, sign-up event. It will be in the Independence Square, hopefully, from 12 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. That's Friday, 30th June, where we'll have different community groups coming on board there to show you exactly what they have to offer. We have swimming on board, the cadets on board, Girl Guides on board, the brigades on board. We have, art, paint. It's a lot, trust me, a lot. We have a lot to offer. And parents, come on out. And as the membership grows, they will need volunteers. So parents, think about in which way you can support the groups as well as support your children. Come on out on this lovely day.
Wonderfully said. Well, there you have it, folks. Miss Shamara Phillips from the We Care group. I hope you go out and support on the 30th of June indeed. Stick and stay with us. Good Morning SKN continues right after this.
Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused. Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the two compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one keep fit and maintain blood pressure and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat and reduces acne? Papayas contain high levels of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C and vitamin E. Diets high in antioxidants may reduce the risk of heart disease. The antioxidants prevent the oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it's more likely to create blockages that lead to heart disease. And finally, pineapple, rich in vitamin C and manganese, which promotes healthy bones. Pineapple is packed with disease-fighting antioxidants. Thanks to the antioxidants, pineapple has cancer-fighting properties. In addition, pineapples can aid digestion and assist in weight loss. Now for the ingredients. You need 1/4 cup of papaya, 1 cup of mango, 1/4 cup of pineapple, 1/2 cup of ice and 12 ounces of cold water. Directions: wash fruits well, chop and slice ingredients and add to a large jar or jug of iced water. Stir and serve in tall glasses. Refreshing. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Cheers.
An exotic experience.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. A few weeks ago, we had quite an engaging conversation with Dr. Sharon Holiday about destigmatizing mental illness. Today, we are continuing the discussion by highlighting the youth-led regional movement, Let's Unpack It. This organization aims to end stigma, build awareness, and demand action to make mental health a lived reality for Caribbean youth. Joining us for this conversation is David Johnson, the president and founder of Let's Unpack It. David, welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Welcome. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Happy you could join us this morning.
Yes, our pleasure having you.
David, let's dive right into it. The inspiration. Share with us the inspiration behind the name Let's Unpack It.
Yeah, so Let's Unpack It. That was actually a play on words, really. Everywhere I go, I carry a backpack. So the original name of the Instagram page was DJ and a Backpack. And because we chose the idea, the idea of mental health to focus on, and because we know that there's so much stigma around mental health and wellness, that there is some complexity around the matter, we thought that we should really try to simplify the issue and help it be more relatable. And so the idea is back full of all of these ideas, and we're unpacking that, we're destigmatizing, we're demystifying really mental health and wellness.
David, how did you get involved in mental health? And I see that you launched your organization in January 2020, so we can speak about that as well. And how did the pandemic affect your organization?
Yeah, great question. Well, originally what started the organization was really just the idea to create a safe space for young people to speak up, to discuss and learn more about mental health and mental wellness. The real genesis of the organization was rooted in the fact that I utilized my social media for quite some time to generate, positive conversations. And one day I really posted the question about how do people manage stress? And the responses that I got were quite worrying. Things that relate to the fact that, we still have a society which is really not as empathetic as it really ought to be. The reality that young people really did not have that kind of space, certainly not digitally, to really unpack it, to really open up about what they're dealing with, and really to kind of feel comfortable and free and not judged about what they're being challenged with. Yes. And so what really motivated me to start the organization or start the Instagram page back in January 2020 was to kind of create that kind of safe space for my peers. Of course, that was just about 3 months before COVID descended upon the Caribbean. And what we really saw during that period was that not a lot of attention was given to mental health, to mental wellness. In fact, we could dare say that there was no plan on how to respond to the mental health fallout of an emergency of this scale. And so it was really out of a sense of frustration of, young people really suffering mentally during that period, and governments being very slow to roll out initiatives and programs to help support Caribbean youth, that we said, hey, it's about time that we transition from, just that digital space where we create those positive messages and safe spaces to have the conversations to full-fledged advocacy, where we start holding CARICOM governments especially accountable for the guidance that they've signed on to. I think part of the challenge that we face is that, of course, as small and developing states, we have to deal with the polycrises, right? But the reality is that we elected our governments to govern. And one of the things that is their core responsibility is to protect the rights of the vulnerable. And as young people, we have a right to access the highest quality of mental health and wellness, and whether that is in the form of therapy, in the form of counseling, in the form of having guidance counselors who we can trust at our schools. This is imperative not only in the emergency situation, but in the non-emergent situation. And so that is really the root of our advocacy as an organization.
Nice. I like that.
I like that too. Very well said, David. And I've realized the initiative is not just regional, David. I've realized it's international as well. Can you share with us the partnership with UNICEF? How did that came about?
Yeah, so oddly enough, back in 2022, I was home for a short period of time, and I was invited to participate in a discussion around the idea of building intergenerational solidarity around the concept of mental health and wellness. And we would know that for many young people, they would say, well, we want mental health, we want mental wellness, and we feel as though the barriers that we're facing in terms of stigma falls along generational lines. And so it's really important that we can bridge that gap. And so at one of those panel discussions, I would have had the privilege of representing my organization there. And that really was the start of a relationship with UNICEF. We maintained dialogue since then, and they have really been looking for more ways to engage young people. And of course, mental health and psychosocial support becoming one of those forefront issues, certainly after the pandemic. They saw that we could be that kind of link between their organization and Caribbean youth. And because our interests align, therefore, in terms of having that regional kind of reach, and also realizing that young people need to be at the forefront of the new policies, the new strategies. We like to say that there can be nothing for us without us. And so what we're really doing as an organization is bringing youth voices to the fore, and we're really happy to have the support of UNICEF in that regard.
That's very good. I'm happy that they're supporting your initiative. Let's talk about the countries that will be targeted. What are the names of these countries, I should ask?
Yeah, so there's 17 Caribbean nations that we're targeting. So all of the English-speaking Caribbean. So we have the 12 nations that are represented under UNICEF Eastern Caribbean, which includes Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Bahamas, Belize, includes Guyana, Grenada, Suriname, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, and I must have left off quite a few, but of course, if you do go onto our page and hit the link, you'll find all of those. But really, we're targeting 17 Caribbean nations, including UNICEF ECA, UNICEF Belize, UNICEF Jamaica, UNICEF Guyana, and Suriname. And what we're really hoping is to have a representation from each of these Caribbean nations coming into that cohort of our national mental health focal points network, which we really see as that genuine hub of ideas where young people come, they share, they discuss what exactly are the strategies they want to see rolled out in their communities, in their nations, and actually being the ones who are mobilizing for action, going around and speaking to other young people, getting them engaged. Because the reality is there is power in numbers. And the more young people that rise up, that take action for mental health and for their own mental wellness, there's nothing that Caribbean governments can say against the mass of numbers there. So what we also really want to do through this initiative is to build capacity. We realize that young people have several ideas and they have all really the solutions that they want to see to the challenges, and what they really need is the platform, the resources and the skills to implement. And that's exactly what we are trying to do in partnership with UNICEF through the Caribbean National Mental Health Focal Points Network.
The platform, the skills and the resources indeed. David, my other question to you is, for those persons who are listening and viewing, if they know someone who has mental illness, right? How can they reach out to, let's say, your foundation, let's unpack it, without fear of being discriminated against? How can they reach out to your organization?
Yeah, for sure. So let me just give a brief disclaimer that we are not mental health professionals and we don't offer therapy, counseling, etc. What we are happy to do, though, is if you reach out to us by sending us a DM on Instagram, on Facebook, or Twitter, which is at Let's Unpack It Co. That's Let's Unpack It CO. And you just tell us what's happening. We can help you in terms of pointing you towards resources that are based in your country. We can help recommend maybe a therapist or an organization that's on the ground in your country. We also have a region-wide resource which is available on bit.ly/reachoutcaribbean. That's bit.ly/reachoutcaribbean. Right there, you can find a bunch of mental health crisis hotlines that you can call 24/7, the majority of them, and the majority of them are also free. We definitely help to point you towards one of those resources. But I think more speaking to the issue of ridicule and judgment, I do want to highlight here that the responsibility is on us as individuals and as a whole of society, really, to kind of change that narrative that surrounds mental illness, mental health in general, and to create that kind of culture and language that makes it easier for people to reach out for help. Yeah. And so on the individual level, it means, hey, I know that stigma exists. I know that others are maybe not in favor of me reaching out, but let me do my part in terms of seeking help, while still also representing and helping to change that kind of narrative, right? And of course, I'd invite anyone listening to also share this resource with your friends, circulate it, save it on your phone. I have the crisis hotlines on my phone so that if anyone asks, I can share. And I think these steps we can take to help dismantle stigma, but also make it easier for people to feel comfortable to open up, speak up, and reach out for help.
Indeed. Let us talk about some of the projects that your organization would have completed or have in the pipeline.
Yeah, so really exciting for me as a founder to see how far we've grown within the last 3 years.
Yes,
and of course,
congrats.
I'll say that that's really due to the fact that we've had a very spirited team, and we formed some really strong synergies with fellow civil society organizations and, of course, our government partners. You would imagine that given the COVID-19 pandemic having stretched over 2 and some years, that most of our efforts have been on the online environment. In fact, that's why we started in terms of the Instagram page. And so much of our work has been in the digital advocacy space. We've put on a number of panel discussions, and we've participated in a number of lives and podcasts and other panel discussions held by other organizations. We've also done a lot in terms of community outreach through hosting a variety of lectures and town halls. I think particularly in Barbados, we've done so much work in terms of working alongside youth groups and church groups as well, who are really interested in learning more about how they can participate in the mental health advocacy framework and really generating more action within their membership. Of course, we've also worked across the region doing similar initiatives in terms of boosting awareness and bringing that kind of mental health literacy to the basic level that we can have these kind of conversations readily. Our members have also been very active in attending some trainings, as well as attending some of the high-level meetings. So right now, the high-level meeting of the WHO and SIDS on mental health and NCDs is taking place in Barbados, and our Vice President of Operations is leading the charge there in terms of representing our organization and making sure that the Caribbean youth voice is heard. And also one of the initiatives that we're very proud of is our Helping Hearts initiative that is right now only in Grenada. We see some of our members going to the children's home, their Bel-Air's children's home, and to teach the young people there about mental health and wellness, and to remind them that, yes, they are still a part of our society. We do care about them. Their mental health still matters. And the last initiative we did there was to actually start a journaling scheme where we provided them the tools and the skills that they need to, go through that process of saying, hey, how do I feel right now? What can I do to feel better? How do my emotions kind of formulate or form a part of my overall mental wellness? But of course, we've also done a lot in terms of getting on the ground now that COVID is over. One of our flagship initiatives is what we call Let's Unpack It, or LUI on the street, where we essentially do a vox populi kind of situation where we go and we talk with average people on the road. What do they think about some of these mental health concepts? And of course, we provide them with some educational resources as well. But we really want to build out our organization over the coming months and coming years. And we see this as really, again, the hub of ideas and an organization leading the charge on youth-led, youth-focused mental health advocacy, and ensuring that every Caribbean young person can realize mental health, mental wellness, and their right to access to the highest quality of mental health services as well.
Very well said, David. And speaking on going out there with your initiative, what's the feedback like for Let's Unpack It?
It's been great. I think the fact that as it stands, we have more than 1,000 followers via social media. And of course, anytime we're out and about, people are willing to engage. And of course, they're followers who, send us a message every now and then to say, hey, I'm really thankful that this organization exists. I'm really thankful that, you have published these resources. I think recently we had a psychologist actually out of New York send us an email, and she's like, I haven't been able to find resources to refer my patient traveling from New York to Barbados. Do you have access to any resources? And we were able to send them our 10-page document. And it felt good to know that we could be that bridge. But it's also really a reminder that organizations of our caliber, non-governmental organizations, civil society organizations, the third sector in general has a role to play to help make mental health a reality for all. It's no longer a situation where we can rely on our government alone to implement on the policies that they've signed on to, implement the guidance that they've agreed to. It really needs to be that kind of multi-sectoral, whole of society approach. And so I think the feedback overall is extremely positive. And the partnerships, the synergies that we've built are definitely a step in the right direction for mental health across the Caribbean, for sure.
Oh, David, how can one join? Because listening to you, I'm ready to join this movement. So how can we join the Unpack It movement?
So great. So we've built that into our Instagram. So if you shoot us a DM on Instagram with the word support, then we'll send you a quick message responding with 3 key ways that you can participate. So let me just go through those 3 core ways, and I'll tell you about some other initiatives that are due to come on stream soon. So number 1 is the fact that, we need as much support as we can get in the form of volunteers. So of course, anybody can volunteer. Of course, being a youth-led, youth-focused organization, we're definitely encouraging those who are between the ages of 15 and 34 to get on board. But that is not to say that those who are beyond that age limit cannot participate, right? The second thing is that we have a blog, which is available on our website, letsunpackitco.com. And we really want to share more stories from across the region. If you have ideas about recommendations that you'd like to see implemented, if you have, experience in terms of working in the mental health field or particular skills in that field as well, we'd love for you to come and join us in terms of writing a blog or contributing towards our blog. And the third way that we're encouraging young people to participate is in an initiative we call Care to Share, in which you can anonymously or publicly share your own mental health story. Again, this is through our website. It's available through letsunpackitco.com/lived experiences. And here you can just fill in a short form that will then be translated into a blog post where you can share your own struggle with mental wellness. And what we're really doing here is trying to build as much hope as possible to remind people that they're not alone, they're not struggling alone. And so, of course, we want to normalize opening up and talking about our mental health challenges, so to prevent loneliness and build that level of hope, and of course prevent the adverse outcomes as severe as death by suicide. Right. Of course, as we build out over the next couple of months, there will be a number of opportunities to join our leadership team, to join our technical team in terms of design and content creation, resource publication, etc. So everyone can stay tuned via social media. But I do invite everyone to connect with us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well at Let's Unpack It CO.
Good stuff.
Wonderful. And David, time really flies when we're having meaningful discussions. We definitely need others like you out there in our society. But as we go, any words of encouragement for persons our viewing audience actually, and those who are viewing that are struggling with mental illness? Any words of encouragement just before we go?
Yeah, for sure. I just want to remind you that you are not alone and that help is really only one call and one click away. And I understand that that's a big step, and at times seeking out help can seem very daunting. But I want to remind you that in a moment of crisis, in a moment of struggle, reaching out can be the bravest thing that you can do for yourself, and getting help is really a sign of strength. I think those are the few words that I want to leave with everyone who's watching. And I just really want to thank you for this opportunity to share.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
It was indeed our pleasure.
It's our pleasure. There you have it, Mr. David Johnson, the president and founder of Let's Unpack It. Stay with us. Good Morning SKN continues right after this.
Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the two compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one keep fit and maintain blood pressure and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat and reduces acne? Papayas contain high levels of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C and vitamin E. Diets high in antioxidants may reduce the risk of heart disease. The antioxidants prevent the oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it's more likely to create blockages that lead to heart disease. And finally, pineapple, rich in vitamin C and manganese, which promotes healthy bones. Pineapple is packed with disease-fighting antioxidants. Thanks to the antioxidants, pineapple has cancer-fighting properties. In addition, pineapples can aid digestion and assist in weight loss. Now for the ingredients. You need 1/4 cup of papaya, 1 cup of mango, 1/4 cup of pineapple, 1/2 cup of ice and 12 ounces of cold water. Directions: wash fruits well, chop and slice ingredients and add to a large jar or jug of iced water. Stir and serve in tall glasses. Refreshing. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Greetings everyone, my name is Vera. I am the founder of Pure Niceness by Winiel, which is an all-natural, luxurious self-care line of skin and hair care. Tune in to Good Morning SKN on Studio 327. Imagine the impossible.
Hi, good morning. My name is Shamara Phillips, the co-founder of the We Care Group. We provide care at every stage in life. Tune in to Good Morning SKN on Studio 327. Imagine the impossible.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. He's a fashion extraordinaire, social media influencer, a champion for women's empowerment, speech expert, and global superstar in his own right. Someone who is passionate about leadership and self-motivation, a no-nonsense individual when it comes to owning his truth and self-worth. It is our pleasure to welcome one of Jamaica's most respected, decorated, and celebrated young star, none other than social media influencer Marky Markland. Good morning, Marky, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Thanks for having me. And that intro was actually very cute. It made me feel very important.
Of course you are.
I feel like I'm doing something in my life.
Yes, you sure are. You sure are.
Just do what you do.
Keep
what
doing,
you know for, of course. So, Marky, tell us your connection and upbringing in Jamaica.
Well, I spent most of my life in Jamaica. I grew up in Kingston, Jamaica. I grew up in the ghetto, of course. My upbringing was very humbling. I went to church. I'm actually a church boy, despite what you see on social media. I grew up very humble. I grew up in a church, as I said. So my childhood was very innocent.
So
allegedly.
So for persons that look at you now and hear that you're a church guy, although you portray this person on social media, what do you say to them when they say, "But aren't you somebody that comes from the church? Why do you do what you do?"
But God not turned my back.
That's
exactly.
God is not turning us back, and I'm very much still a Christian. So. Hello. Yeah. See you in heaven.
Indeed.
I might come to your dorm in heaven and ask for a glass of water sometime.
Oh.
So, Marky, share with us the start of your social media influencer career, your first viral video, if you remember.
Do you remember it?
I think I do. You were in New York.
I remember it. It was the one called Man Clown Days Done. I was driving home and my friend was in the car and she was telling me about, actually her boyfriend called and did I batter her up on the phone and I tell her he needs some money and she better go find it. And I had a heart attack.
Wow.
Because I was like, this don't sound right. It sounds like drama. This sounds like trouble. And then I just started cursing her out like badly. And then she hid and recorded me. And she posted it on her story. And then I woke up the next morning to thousands of requests and messages. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to post it.
Oh, so that video was the start of your influencer career?
It was.
Oh, wow. Wow. So let's talk about your journey to building your online presence and growing your following, Marky.
It just took consistency. And I realized that people actually loved the person that I was. So I was like, I'm willing to share myself with people. I think sometimes in life, not even you guys at work, right now, you guys are very, decent on the camera. Yes. But we know for sure when the camera stays cut, you guys have a different personality. The Tegareg, the ghetto fabulous, that's the person that people love. So I learned a long while that I can't be nothing else but myself because being something else is very hard. That's like a full-time job. I mean, I don't have the time for that because I'm so skinny. I don't have time to put on pressure on myself. So I learned then that the moment because I was scared to reveal that side of me who's so loud and boisterous, but all my friends knew that person except social media. Okay. I would always portray this nice, clean, well-kept, quintessential guy. But one thing, I feel that they love that. I was like, oh, I could be a drunker all day.
Before we continue, I want to talk about that pink robe, that pink Versace robe that's made so many appearances. Why is that your favorite thing to make so much of your videos?
It gives me cute vibe. It gives me bougie vibe. It gives me Barbie vibe. And that's exactly how I sit in my house with my robe, a glass of wine, and that's very much me at home.
Indeed. So, Marky, share with us some of your highs and lows. What are some of the highs and lows, rather, of being a social media influencer?
Well, what I really love about being a social media influencer is actually influencing people because also making people laugh, especially going through like, a atmosphere now where everyone is depressed for some reason. I mean, it's okay to be depressed for a week or two, But this long drawn out depression is just, it's not cute. Like, ew, who wants to do that? You know, there's so much life to live. There's so much beauty in living. And I feel like people naturally gravitates towards happiness. And I'm just a bubbly person. I'm a happy person. I wake up every single day happy, and I wake up some day depressed, and I don't want to even be seen, or, you know, nobody's even call me Marky. So that's the best thing about being an influencer, is to make people laugh, is to put people in a better, you know, mood. People would write me like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed to hear. You literally, and I would literally have people who like, yo, you saved my marriage, you saved my divorce, you saved my self-confidence. Those messages are great. That's the height of the career. The lows is, I can't be normal again. I can't get up and be like, oh, I'm just going to work at the supermarket. I'm like, Marky, she mash up, buddy. You can't have no money. You know, it's just that once you start the journey of being a content creator, you have to really fight to go higher in your career, because it's just no turning back to be normal again. Because society we treat, especially Caribbean people, they're very bitter.
So, Marky, imagine you're walking down the streets of New York. How often do you get noticed, and do you wear disguise sometimes just to have your peace?
No. What you see is what you get. There's a lot of time I'm in the supermarket and people coming up to me asking for a picture, and I'm in a sweater, I look bummy, I look dirty. Like even right now, I was in the supermarket and I was moving and I look homeless, dirty like road. And this girl wanted a picture. I took a picture because I'm still pretty. So the face card never declined. But every time I walk in New York, especially, people always ask a picture. They always know me. And I always show love. I'm never too busy to say hello to fans or whatever. But if you see me in a bummy day, you're getting that shot because I'm not changing it.
I like that.
Of course. One thing I've admired you for over the years, Marky, no matter where you are in the world, there's just something about you still remain humble. There's just something, you still remain so humble, and I admire that about you.
You know what's crazy about that? I never understood what the hype life was until I felt in the hype life. Because me growing up back home, it doesn't get any more humbler than being in the ghetto. Like barefooted. I grew up very family oriented. So me and all my cousins would walk the streets every day. So I don't know how to be anything but that. I know a lot of people will get like famous or whatever and change. But the thing about me is that I hate to change. I'll adjust, but I won't change. So I feel like the humble side of me come from my upbringings, me just being very appreciative of life, because I've been on the low end of life and I've been on the high end of life. So it's like, what's the hype for? What is it like? What do you have to prove? I mean, I have nothing to prove to nobody. I mean, know what Umi is. So I don't need to be like, oh, I got money now, so I could be better than people. Nobody's not better than. One thing about us Caribbean people, we hate people who act like them better than we.
That's it.
So I will not give that kind of vibe.
Listen, it's the accent for me.
Exactly. It's good one time and then he just breaks it. So, Marky, I want to talk about the move from Jamaica to the US. What was the transition like? How easy did you fit in? What was some of the difficulties that you encountered before we continue on?
I actually knew I wanted to move to America ever since I was little. You know, it's just I was always that delusional boy in high school who says that I'm going to be on TV. I would literally be in high school on the phone with Beyonce. Allegedly. And I would literally be like, oh, I'm hosting the BET Awards this weekend, telling my friends. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, he's a Bellevue patient. So I was actually manifesting that. So when I can move, after college, I got an internship here. And I was like, I'm not going back home. I was like, why would I? Like, it's so fun here. It's fab. And my mom took that very hard. She was like, I want you to come back home and da-da-da. But, you know, eventually she got it because I mean, I take care of her now, so she's fine. So it was an easy transition. It was more so seeing everything that you dreamt of that the Caribbean don't have to offer. All these opportunities are here. So I just kept on attacking them, which is one of them is fashion, working, making way more money, education, the whole life of it all. It was just so much in abundance. And I was just so happy and excited to just delve in it. And that's exactly what I did.
Of course. So, Marky, we spoke about you being a social media influencer, and you just touched that you are also in the fashion business as well. Where did you learn it from to become this fashionista, like who do you look up to when it comes down to fashion?
I think I've always loved fashion ever since I was little. Like, no matter how dirty, no matter how cheap my clothes was back in the day, I was putting it on.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing about it, I think my dad, because my dad lived in America while I was in Jamaica, and he would send bottles of clothes. So I was used to getting, foreign clothes, and I would put them together. My brother would just put anything on, not me. Like, everything has to match. It has to be ironed. If it's a regular boy t-shirt, I'm tying the back, I'm tying the side, I'm rolling the pants foot. Like, I was the only one in Jamaica in probably my class wearing blazers and stuff. I was always into fashion. My mom would leave the house and I should take off her clothes and put them on and walk up and down in the house in our heels. So I've always been into fashion, but coming here and you're realizing that you can be a different person every day with fashion. Mm-hmm. And I look up to people like Rihanna and, a fellow Caribbean, like she said, when she came here, she was excited. Because when you're at Jamaica, there's not much we can do with the fashion, but just, go downtown to the arcade. I would buy all the fake clothes and 20 of us in the party in it. But then you come here, you realize you can even go to H&M, Zara, the designer stores and choose so much options. It was like a kid in the candy store.
Oh, nice. I see, Marky, that you're not only a fashionista and a social media influencer, you are a author as well. What got you into writing?
I am. Pandemic and depression. I was in my apartment in LA, stressed, so depressed, because I just moved from New York to LA, and all my family was in New York, and I was just in LA because I thought, I'm going to Hollywood. I'm gonna be a big superstar, and I'm about to start acting in movies. As Milan in LA, the world shut down. He said, Jesus Christ, what can I open this for me? So I was locked in the house every day. I talked to pure demons. Anybody know me? I can't sit still. I literally have to travel every week. I have to do I have to constantly stay busy like a madman. So I was in the house and I was just like, I have no energy to go on live and go tell nobody to be mad. The day is done. Everybody's calling me every day, come on live. I'm not coming on live. I'm depressed. I want money. I'm stressed out. I'm broke. I'm hungry. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to write this book. I hit up a publisher and she was like, hey, this is what you need to do. I was like, okay, first of all, let me get this part straight. I'm going to have a lot of grammatical errors because in high school, whenever I used to pay attention, I was always having my own class. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to write what I think the word sounds like and should spell like. You correct it for me. Like, that's fine. That's why I'm the editor. So I wrote a long book, and I'm sure that's why it's condensed so small, because half of it never makes sense and spelled properly, but she got the message. And then I released the book, and I remember I released the book the first time I was able to travel, I traveled to Tulum. Them time the band never know Tulum. Tulum they look like one bush. But I traveled to Tulum and I released the book on my birthday on Amazon. And the book went well because I felt like sometimes even us as, public figures, we're just depressed. Yes. And I was not in the mood. So I just took my energy and put it in a different form of expression, which is writing.
Nice. Listen, you're making me cry.
You're having everyone in the studio cracking up, Marky. It's so natural for you.
No, seriously. Like, you guys wasn't depressed in the pandemic?
Not really.
Depressed bad. Like, it was depressed.
I welcome the rest, Marky. I welcome the rest. I welcome the rest. So I wouldn't say depression held me in the pandemic. Depression holds me in the busyness of life, I find. Yeah.
No, seriously. Like, it's okay to say that you're depressed, but just don't stay depressed, because who wants to be depressed?
Exactly.
Like, when you're depressed, you have all sorts of crazy thoughts, and then you think about it like, actually, I don't want to end my life. I want to be pretty. I want to wake up every day and stress out people. I want to wake up every day and travel. I want all the girls to be mad. And I got people to be depressed over me. So be happy. Get over your situation. And if you can't fix it, left it.
Exactly.
And another for you, Marky, there are so many other social media influencers out there, but what is it that sets you apart, and what is it that kept so, let me say, what's the word? Relevant. Still relevant after all these years.
I thought about that because sometimes I'm home and I'm not in the mood to make videos. And the moment I drop a video, everybody starts reposting. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm still like me, because you still have those little feeling as a social media content creator, like, am I still a thing? Like, is the market thing still fab? And I would like drop content and they eat it up. And I'm like, oh, I'm still a hot gal. But I think the relevance because I think it's just my realness.
Yes.
It's like
natural.
Anything I'm feeling, which sometimes current affair or current situation that we all are going through, it's relatable. Because one thing I'm going to do is click the record button and I'm going to talk exactly what's on my mind.
Okay.
Sometimes I will look back at videos and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm careless. I'm not having no home training. But it's just really what I felt. So I feel like people are always going to relate to people who are real and people who are going through what they're going through or people who saying something that's happening now. And also, I don't like that when people force content, like, you look at some people's content and be like, that's just so forced, but it's funny. I don't do that. I just give it like it is. And I think that's the main thing that people like about me is the fact that I just keep it real and what you see is what you get.
Of course, certainly. And Marky, I mean, we could go on and on talking with you all day, but the time is up on us. But just before we go, you have, as I said earlier, you have so many fans down here in St. Kitts and so many persons does watch Good Morning SKN in your own way, in your own authentic self. I want you to shout out to all of those who are watching Good Morning SKN right now.
Shout out to all the beautiful people in St. Kitts, the good up girl them, the pretty girl them, the big body girl them, the skinny girl them, the educated girl them, the dunce bat them, the one that will eat but still love me and still have a tune in. Big up all the followers and all the fans of the SKN show. Love yourself, big up yourself, talk good about yourself, and let the haters heat it up.
Yes, indeed. What social media platforms can we find you on before we go?
You can find me on Instagram at Marky Markland, and you can also find me on TikTok, Marky Markland 8. And I'm about to join YouTube. Finally, I'm about to drop that trailer soon. So I'll be on YouTube at Marky Markland. So you guys can still actually tune into my channel. It's still active.
Okay, good stuff. Well, Marky, it was indeed a pleasure chatting with you. You made me shed a few tears in laughter. And we look forward
No, seriously, I do want to come to St. Kitts pretty soon. So I need to speak with the tourist board and get something set up and do a quick meet and greet. Or just come out there and take a picture on the beach in a bikini and come back.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for taking time out to join us this morning. Have a great day.
Have a great day, guys. Be blessed.
You too. Be blessed. GMSK Nation, stay tuned. We'll see you right after this short break.
Welcome to another edition of Infused Friday. We have another great infused water recipe for you to try out. Pineapple and sweet red bell pepper. I know what you're thinking, but this will bring a pep in your step. Here are some of the benefits you may experience from this exotic combination. Pineapple juice is rich in a variety of vitamins and minerals. It's especially packed with manganese, copper, vitamin B6 and vitamin C, all of which play important roles in the proper functioning of your body. Red capsicum or red bell pepper contains lycopene and a phytonutrient which helps to keep a healthy heart. It is also a rich source of folate and vitamin B6 along with antioxidants known to protect the body against free radicals. I know you cannot wait to try out this amazing fruit and vegetable infusion. Let's get you started with the following ingredients. You will need 6 pineapple cubes, 6 red capsicum cubes, enough fresh water to fill your jug or bottle. And the directions. Remember to wash your ingredients well. Chop and slice ingredients as necessary. Add to ingredients to a large jug or bottle. Stir ingredients and add fresh water and stir. Let it infuse, settle, and then serve into tall glasses. Can you taste the goodness already? Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Hi, good morning. My name is Shamara Phillips, the co-founder of the We Care Group. We provide care at every stage in life. Tune in to Good Morning SKN on Studio 327. Imagine the impossible.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Marty, it's that time. Time really flies.
What time is it? I don't know the time.
It's almost 10 a.m.
Just like that.
Just like that. Time.
Yeah, we had a great show today.
We did.
Certainly did. I enjoyed.
Crying?
No, I'm done. You know,
you're back to normal.
Back to normal. You know, just make sure that everything is set and I'm back to normal. Mm-hmm.
So today's show.
Fantastic.
That's the word.
Yeah,
it was marvelous.
Fantastic Friday show.
Marvelous. I had fun.
Robot.
I had fun. What are you doing this weekend, though?
What am I doing this weekend? Chores, and maybe I'll put a little thing in there.
Still walking tomorrow, Saturday, for the.
Listen, I have to set an alarm because I feel I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna miss that walk if I don't set my alarm.
Please set it.
Yeah. So everybody come out tomorrow and join us on the OACS walk. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. Also, coming up on Monday, the St. Kitts Nevis SKNRA Federal Robotics Summer Camp, Dr. Ricardo Neal, the chairman, Patrina Pereira, Public Relations Director, and Hitan Samtani, Program Director, Performing Arts, Elisa Ramirez, winner of the June Impact 12 Award from the Nevis Department of Youth.
Oh, nice.
They will be on Monday.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
Yes, you got to tune in. And for those parents who would want to get their kids involved in the Robotic Association, you can tune in so you can have those details readily available for you.
Indeed.
Yeah. And today we had a great show.
I'm still cracking up.
Marky Markland, thank you so much for taking the time out and coming on Good Morning SKN. We appreciate you. And Shamara, nothing but love and well wishes and good luck.
And David Johnson from Caribbean Connections
on mental health. Yes, we need to take our mental health seriously, and it should be easier to talk about and not be a stigma. We shouldn't look down, oh, that person is a little up there. No.
Mental illness is a thing. A lot of persons think mental illness is not a thing because you can't see it.
Yes, but you know, a lot of mental illness, as Maki would have mentioned, during the pandemic, developed from during the pandemic, you know, because for persons that weren't accustomed to
being at home.
Being still, that sent them off into a spiral.
I agree.
So I really hope they're on better footing this time around.
So shout out to persons like David Johnson who came up with that initiative. Let's unpack it. It's a good initiative. Yes, I would love to be a part of it.
So you know what you have to do? You have to sign up.
Definitely.
Yeah, indeed.
Definitely. Well, what do we say?
So long.
Farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye.
For now. Until we meet again.
It's the weekend. We're gonna have.
It's the weekend.
So thank you for joining us today, folks. Tune in daily, where you will find a little bit of everything for everyone. Get your friends and family to watch. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube at Studio327 Inc. and on Instagram at Good Morning SKN. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. Also, check out our website at Studio327Inc.com to learn more about GMSKN and Studio 327.
And I hope you're all wearing your colors to represent for OECS Day. Once again, thank you to all of our guests this morning. And if you have a guest that you would like to recommend to us, please contact us. Subscribe, like, share. This is the ways that we will get around further around the world. We appreciate you for doing that. We appreciate you for sharing, for liking, whatever you do to make Good Morning SKN better. We appreciate you. So leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. And see you not tomorrow, but on Monday at 8 a.m. when you will wake up. Stretch, grab your coffee, and start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN.
And we want to thank those folks over there in St. Martin that join us on TEL TV Network.
Yes.
And also on the cable TV.
TVC Channel 40. And for those of you that stream live on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Remember, don't go messing up nobody else's good day, okay? Have a great one. Bye.
Happy weekend, folks.